Welcome to the Restoration Entrepreneurs Podcast. I'm your host, Jack Dennison. Thanks so much for joining me for today's broadcast. I want to introduce to you 5 New Year's resolutions worth keeping. That's right, it's that time of year again when New Year's resolutions are on the top of the mind for most of us. We talk about them, joke about them, set them just for the fun of it, but for the most part, we don't expect to keep any of them. Whether at the new year or any other time of year, it's always timely to set a mid-course correction for our lives. When everything rolls back to zero at the start of a new year, it's actually a good time, as good a time as any, to take stock of the past and look to the future. At the new year, we naturally assess what went well in the past and what we would like to do differently in the next year. If we can actually achieve those course adjustments, our lives and businesses will benefit from the change. For those who need to prime the pump of personal and corporate assessment, here is a good starting point for changes that can contribute a lot to your life and to your business. The first New Year's resolution worth keeping is get more sleep. Don't laugh, I'm serious. You need to get more sleep. You know the studies. You've read the conclusions. 8 hours is a minimum, and some of us require more to run at optimal strength. It's not that we don't believe this. We just don't see how we can pull it off. Our good intentions are stolen by the evening realities, and we pull ourselves out of bed in the morning nearly as tired as when we put ourselves under the sheets. The solution is reverse engineering. What time do you need to be at work? Let's say it's 7 a.m., as it was for me. I needed to arrive just before my crew in order to ensure their dispatch went smoothly and everything was covered. I live 30 minutes from my office, so I needed to leave my home by 6:30 in the morning. It takes me an hour or so to get myself going, get my coffee, and get ready to leave. So wake up is no later than 5:30. I was actually up at 4:30 and would spend the first hour of my day on the computer each morning. So up at 5:30 means I need to be asleep by 9:30 the evening before. Most of us need at least 30 minutes to get to sleep, so getting to the office at 7 a.m. really begins at 9 p.m. the evening before. Turn off the TV, or if you watch TV in your bedroom, let your spouse don the headphones at 9 p.m. so you can begin to drift away. Do this, and you just might begin a new habit that will give you the strength and energy needed to sustain you throughout the workday. Another resolution worth keeping is be a better spouse. Some of the highest leverage gifts you can give your husband or wife is simply to be present with them in the moment. When you're together, don't keep checking your email. Let the incoming call go to voicemail, and don't talk about all the bad things that occurred during the day. Be present and engaged in the moment together and set aside distractions. What does this do? It improves communication, and it shows that your spouse is important to you. Carve out time for him or her. Give focused attention through questions like, what do you want to do? How can I help you? How are you doing? Each question and response helps you make space for your spouse in your life. Don't talk about all the things that went wrong at the office or in the business. Remember, your spouse only knows the business by what you report about it. If it's all negative, their attitude will be affected by this, and they'll turn negative. Instead, balance your report with optimism and joy. For every problem, share a victory. Keep your perspective in balance. The third resolution is simply to be a better boss. Work on your self-control. Being angry, short-fused, temperamental, aggressive, or other such behaviors are non-productive and hurt the people you work with. Every week, ask each member of your crew how they are doing. Ask if there is anything they feel they want to talk to you about. Invite their openness and conversation. Ask about their family. Remember important events occurring in their lives. Connect with them at a deeper level than just being their employer. Show appreciation and be an encourager. Whenever you can say thank you, do it. When there is something worthy of praise, offer it. If you can say yes, don't say no. A late night out on a job, a quick response to a customer, going the extra mile to satisfy someone deserves the old attaboy. Be lavish with your appreciation for others. The fourth New Year's resolution worth keeping is become more customer-focused in the new year. What do customers want most from you? Your attention. What if you made personal contact with just 3 customers a day by email or phone, simply to identify what the terrible experience their home damage is causing their family? If you have ever been through this personally, you understand how hard the disruption is to family life. Simply call or email and say, "Hi, Mr. Jones, this is Jack Dennison. I'm the owner of ABC Restoration, and I was just thinking about you and your family and thought I would reach out to you. I know this time must be terribly difficult for you, and I just wanted to say how sorry I am that you're facing it. I wish the very, very best for you and your family, and I look forward to completing your work and getting you back to life." What amount of goodwill might this bring you? Empathizing with the pain of others will make you a better person too. Lastly, let's make a resolution to get more work. Shall we do that? Work on your business development plan. Be proactive. Be intentional about the future. Set some goals for growth. Setting goals is an amazing experience. We are wired as human beings in such a way that when we set a goal, we want to achieve it. We intuitively begin to make plans and begin to monitor our progress. The simple act of setting several reachable goals can redirect and bring clarity to your desire to grow your business. What new services might you add this year? Carpet cleaning, hard surface cleaning, duct cleaning will all help cash flow with faster and more immediate payments for service. Adding construction services could be a huge game changer for most mitigation-only companies. Have you ever run the numbers on this? Listen to this. You're going to love it. The typical mitigation job in America is $2,500 with a profit margin of 75%. Not bad. But the typical construction rebuild is $10,000 with a profit margin of 50%. That is great. So if you're a typical mitigation-only company doing 200 mitigation jobs a year, you can grow from a base of $500,000 to over $2 million without increasing your mitigation volume at all. Impossible, you say? No, it isn't. I did it. I can show you how to do it, and it's really not as hard as you would think. My point is that the possibilities for growing your company are out there, and you just need to know where to look. Another area to look at is to reach beyond your current borders of your service coverage area, which can increase the size of the pie within which you work, adding new relationships and new opportunities for growth. Taking steps to identify and apply for selection by third-party administrators can add new sources and increase volume to your work. There are several out there that you may qualify for and could become active on right now. You want to look back on the previous year to see what can be learned from where you've already been. Then looking forward to the future may take you to places you haven't yet experienced. This is a great time of year to take measure of your life and business. Most of us want more for ourselves and more for our businesses. We want to be a better person, and we want our businesses to be a better company. Don't miss this opportunity to assess, explore, plan, and commit to becoming better and gaining more in 2015. Thanks for joining me for this session of the Restoration Entrepreneurs Podcast. Visit me on my website at www.growmyrestorationbusiness.com, where you will find blogs, webinars, podcasts, and other really great material to help you grow your business. See you the next time on the Restoration Entrepreneurs Podcast as the series goes on.